Hello everybody and welcome to episode 33 of Minecraft. This is Tyler. And let's get right into it. So in the last one, we almost were very close to completing the storage slash house slash tree farm. A lot of slashes in there. Multi-purpose facility. I always like those. Just on Minecraft. But yeah, so in this episode we're going to do some tree chopping. We're going to do our Paul Bunyan impression. First we need to go pick up some, looks like cobblestone from the house, or the branch mine, whichever I need. Ooh, what was that? Mine must have looked at the ground or something. Anyway, but yeah. I must hit that. Anyway, let's go pick up the cobblestone. If I would have known that I thought I had some in there. Otherwise I would have done it in between episodes. Okay. Oh, well, we probably need to do some other stuff to it. I don't know how the cows are doing. Let's go ahead over here. Good, didn't kill anything. A lot of wheat going here. That's good. Potatoes, stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and harvest this sometime soon. I mean, we're not in dangerous territory with food, so I'm not too concerned about it. If we were, I'd be a little bit more. Oh yeah, we have a ton of cobblestone still. Oh yeah, a ton of cobblestone. We got a lot of it. Let's have iron too, which I don't want to use yet. I want to wait till we start actually doing random stuff. I want to finish this build first. Before we start going too insane with iron armor and stuff like that. Once we finish this build, we'll have, by then it'll be episode 100. No, sure. I don't know how long this build's going to take us, because, again, I like showing everything, because, again, this is more of a vlog type thing of me and Minecraft, with me playing Minecraft, So, goodness, wasted 2 minutes of the episode already. We're in for a good start, aren't we? Anyway, let's go ahead and get some axes made, that way we can get some more wood, that way we can do our Paul Bunyan impression. Let's go ahead and make just a ton of sticks, that way we have them. So we need to make a few more axes. We'll make as many stone axes as the game will let us. We made... that's a mistake. Well, Tyler, what did we learn today? Dang it. Well, I got pickaxes for the rest of our lives. Let's go ahead and throw this... let's get rid of all these pickaxes here. Feel like an idiot. I know I'm going to use these, so I'm not too upset about it. Like, if it was something outrageous, like stone hose or something like that, I probably would be mad. I still made 5 axes. That's probably enough for now. That's almost 500 blocks, so that should be good. We'll see. There's a cow. As cool as that is, we're getting rid of that. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and start chopping. Chef. Trying to find that stupid thing. Should be right here somewhere. There it is. Is that dark oak or regular oak? Okay, regular oak. Let's try to go to the dark oak areas. Do we have any? Yeah, we do. Okay, good. No, it's not like we don't have a nice supply of them. I mean, it's not like we don't have a nice supply of coal, so... Well, I don't know, honestly, how much more wood I need. Probably should have done some calculations, but yeah. I assume 2 or 3 more stacks should do it, based on the fact that that would give us 12 more things, which would make it so we'd get 36 rows out of it, and I think that would be good. I don't know. We'll just start cutting. We'll need more of this dark oak anyway at some point, I bet. Sometime we'll do another build with it. I like it. I like the dark oak. And I have a ton of saplings, so we don't have to worry about too much about completely destroying this place. I did this wrong. Oh, it could be okay. Ah, goodness. Crack my back now. So we're gonna, oh yeah, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 thing. Yeah, that's gonna, I don't know. I was looking at the video and it's really weird how, like, laggy it is. I think I need to record that series at a little higher frame rate. I can get away with it here because I only record Minecraft at like 24 frames a second. Because again, it takes up less space. Plus, it uploads faster. Plus, there's really no reason for after more than that. I mean, it records just fine. So I feel as if it's just a waste of time all around if I try to do it any higher than that. My Call of Duty though, it seems like I was watching back one of the videos. I'm like, ooh, that's terrible frame rate. I mean, the frame rate, it seems to be jumpy. So I'm probably gonna put that up to 30, or I'll let that go at 30 FPS. Again, not at 60 because that's just gonna go bad. I was looking at my phone's camera capabilities. It has 4K video, but it's like 360 megabytes per minute of footage. I'm like, dang, you could fill up a phone real quick with that. I think my footage here uses a lot. It uses about a gig per minute. So, but at the same point, I'm also playing a lot of. When I'm actually doing like a Baseball Card Mania episode, it doesn't take that much. So it only takes about. Those literally are only like 300. Like the one that was 15 minutes, the first one, literally only took me about 2 minutes to upload. It was really easy. So that's good. I don't know. I just like those series. I like that series because it's just so easy to record. It's just so easy for me to talk during it. I might not know everything about the players, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to learn about a little bit about them. That's why I like baseball cards. Like you learn about people that you never know. Especially the fact is, if you keep them in good condition, you can learn about players that did hardly, but that still are around. That there's some funny ones. You can look like it. There's a Bruce Bochy card I found the other day. I'm like, that's funny. Oh, my stomach's making noises. Doesn't like all the beans I ate yesterday. I did a healthy portion of bean salsa yesterday. Or bean and corn salsa yesterday, so today could be fun. A lot of fiber in that meal. It's okay. You should always get your fiber. Mr. Hanky will come. Birds flying around the window over there. I don't know. I guess it really doesn't. I don't know. Might have to take a bathroom break in between episodes. No. I need to clean up my bathroom. I just cut my hair, so you know how that one goes. If you guys cut your own hair, you know that there are, even if you go to the barber shop or whatever, it's like you look there and there's like a little animal sitting there. Especially my hair, because my hair is really thick if I let it get that. That's why I'm happy I got that clipper set for Christmas, because it's just so much easier for me to do it myself. I mean, if you can do it right yourself, there's some people that would never do that because they, are always scared they're going to cut it wrong or something. But if you can do it yourself, there's really no reason to pay somebody $20 to do it every time. And honestly, I like to do it every month or so. So if I was having to go to the barber, I still wouldn't do that. But I'm doing it myself. I do it about once a month. So well, it's because I'm lazy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's because I don't want to have to get up and take a shower right away if I don't want to. Well, nowadays I'm pretty good about, it's not like, nowadays it's like one of those things where I get up and I'm like, I get up early, so. I getting up early. It gets a good start to the day. Also makes it so, you can take a nap in the middle of the day and not, feel bad about yourself. Because you've already accomplished everything, you've already accomplished the goals for the day when you do that, so you can just sit down and snooze and not have to worry about it, You can take that relaxing time. It just gives you more time to do stuff during the day. And then if you do get a day where you feel really tired, you can just, take it. Know a day you're going to be off and you don't need to plan it. Just take a resting day. And as long as even if you have been very productive, that's the thing. Like if you get up at that time, most likely you're not getting up at that time to just sit around the house. I usually am not. I usually have plans, like record or something like this. Even though today's not a big day, I don't have anything going on. And then I have to clean up the bathroom in my room a little bit, because other than that, I'm tired though, I won't deny that. But that's what today's for, Once I get my chores done and recording and getting chores done, I can go ahead and take a nice nap and enjoy myself a little bit. Watch some TV, Be happy over Purdue beat IU last night. That was fun. I don't know. You guys have already seen the sequel, so maybe you guys will. Guess what? They didn't do it. All that didn't happen on the... Because I think they played the 28th, so this episode's going to be out after that, so you guys will know if they did the sweep or if they split. Which is kind of weird the way they would split it, because it would be home. It'd be home. It would be both away teams winning, which is very interesting. I don't know. I think IU is just a good team. They're just inconsistent, which is a young team, so happens. Seems like every time that they kind of lose they win a Big Ten title the next season, they seem to lose themselves a little bit. So, which a lot of teams do that. So, well, I mean, it's just tough, especially like in the Big Ten. I don't know. I think the Big Ten is weak this year. That's not. I don't think anybody can deny that. But I think it's weak for all the right reasons. I think it's just a very young league. I think there's a lot of guys that are very young. A lot of young teams that are on the rise, like Northwestern and Minnesota. I think Minnesota has a lot of young talent too. That just, has shown itself at some points this season, but then at others it's just kind of dropped off. But I definitely think the Big Ten's a young league that has a lot of room to grow, and I think it's just this year every team seems to have a lot of that. And then there's the teams like Purdue, Wisconsin, and even Northwestern. Teams like Purdue and Wisconsin do have the experience, and that's why they're top of the league. That's why teams like Michigan, even there's that, your teams that are just hanging below the radar that are just, not that bad but not that good at the same time. Or just young teams. And they're learning lessons that I think will make it so they can win Big Ten championships down the line or compete. Which is why, again, I think that honestly that was the same issue with it in football. Like everybody was saying that the Big Ten's terrible a few years ago. And now it's like it's just a lot of teams are young, and Penn State was having all that crud going down, with the whole thing, and like teams like Ohio, like Urban Meyer was just getting into Ohio State and getting his thing going. Obviously, Michigan's head coaching situation was not the best. I don't think Brady Hoke was that bad of a coach. I just don't think he was the perfect coach for Michigan. I think he would have done well somewhere where there was less expectation and more of a thing where he could be himself. I think a lot of that was getting put. I think a lot of stuff that he wanted to do, the athletic, at Michigan you never really get to do that. That's kind of a job where you have to listen to whoever. You don't really get to do what you want to do. And I think in a job where I think he'd be a good coach. But at Michigan, basically the boosters tell you what to do. Especially when you're not winning. And I think that just makes it worse because then you're not only winning, but at the same point, your job is pretty much you're useless. Not as a coach, I'm saying, as in like, you feel useless because they don't have any respect for you, anything. They're like, oh, we could do this better. Let's go ahead and kick them out, I don't know. I'm always a big fan of giving coaches more time than I think a lot of people are. I just feel as if most of the time, unless the coach is just completely awful, that it comes down to you got to give him a few years, because if not, then he can't put his system in place. It's like anything. If you change leadership, you got to give it time to work out. Like, let's put it for example, the Miami Heat. That first year they played the Mavericks when they played the Mavericks in the final, that Heat team was not that good. We're gonna be honest here. It was not that good because there were still a lot of chemistry issues. They hadn't had a real, during the off season it was mostly, messing around, doing that kind of stuff. I think when they lost that finals, they said, okay, guys, let's buckle down. Let's have an off season where we're not having to deal with a bunch of free agents. Having a whole off season together means a lot, because then that whole off season, from the minute the final, from the minute you lose game 6 of the finals or whatever, the second you lose that game, you can start to play. You can say, okay, let's go. You don't have to worry about not knowing what team you're going to play, because that was the thing, is that LeBron just, and again, I don't really think what he did with that whole decision thing was the best idea, but I think it was he just wanted to win, and Cleveland wasn't. And I will say this, I don't think Cleveland was putting in the effort they needed to show that, to help win. And that's, Nowadays, I don't think that's true. I think they put together a really good team. Obviously, they won the championship last year. No matter what you have to say about that, they won that. I always hear people say, "Well, the Warriors are better." I'm like, about that one. I think the Warriors just had a thing where I think they had a weakness, and the Cavs were able to exploit it. I think their weakness was and I think so did the Thunder. I think the Thunder for most of the series actually exploited it until the last few games of that series. Last year, especially with Bogut out I think that's what people forget about, that Bogut got hurt, and I think that was the thing that really changed that series around. Because you had Varejao, but at the same point, Varejao is not going to be able to compete with is not going to be he's a good player, but at the same point, the Cavs had size, and I think that ended up being the deciding factor. Obviously, you can look at things like incredible plays, but what led up to that point? I think that's what some people forget. They always look at the big plays and say, "Oh, let's look back at the play, the little stupid steal that turned momentum around," which I don't think there was one of those in this game, but that's that. I got to stretch here. Okay, we're good. But I think people lose sight of that there's bigger plays than just the game-winning shot. Like, there's bigger plays now. Like, obviously the block by James was incredible and will never be forgotten, probably forever. But, also you could look at it and say, well, there was also some J.R. Smith threes, I believe, in that second half. They just completely changed things around. Or I'll say it, in the World Series this year, the Cubs and the Indians, it was just one of those things where one little play turned the whole series around. That definitely happened against when the Cubs played the Dodgers. When that stupid bunt by Zobrist, it scored a run. It was and that honestly happens. Like, again, I don't know how far I am in Rocket League, but I don't want to say anything, so I'll just keep quiet. But Rocket League's definitely that kind of game where if you can get behind, and it's one of those things where you just get beat up. Like, that's what I was thinking the whole time. Again, I don't know where I am in that right the moment. Sorry, I needed to get a drink real quick. But that was the thing. Like, I knew if I got one goal, things would start to change around. So also, I look at it as like this: if you can play good defense, you're always going to have a chance to win, no matter what sport it is. Because if you think about it, the Patriots sure gave up 28 points in that Super Bowl. But what happened with the defense when at crunch time? What happened? They shut them down. They completely shut down the Falcons. And they did not score a point, the Patriots just kind of, cup themselves around. And that's what Tom Brady's so good at doing, and that's why he'll always be, even if he has a bad game, he can put that behind him. Like, there's some guys that just can't. Like, when they have a bad game, they just can't. Brady can, if he has a bad first half, he can say, okay, guys, this is what happened. Peyton Manning was like that, too, a lot of times. He'll go out there, have a bad first half, and then come back and beat you in the second. Because he'd know exactly what he did wrong. He'd sit there and study the film or whatever, which is, the reason why he's going to Canton as well. Both those guys be in Canton. I don't know. Even as a Colts fan, I have a ton of respect for Tom Brady. Like, people talk about his cheating, but again, I don't know. I wonder how much of that's just put on him. I mean, like, he didn't do his Spygate himself. I mean, he probably was aware that it was going on, but he didn't do the camera work or anything. I think that was mostly just, the coaching staff, and so I really don't get how you can blame him for that. I mean, you can maybe say that his Super Bowls weren't as legitimate as they should be, but same point in 2007, they won 18 games in a row without it. So, I mean, and every time, that's basically, any time anybody's ever, and I think this Super Bowl, you can't say anything, because there's really nothing. I think the only thing, maybe, if anything, the Falcons have the biggest cheating pedigree, lately. I mean, they got busted last year for piping in noise to their stadium, so, I mean, it's that. So, I mean, if you think about it, that's more of an offense, they're the ones getting in trouble, and so... Wait, guys, let's go ahead and turn that off so we don't have to keep listening to it. So after this, we'll go ahead and end the episode off. But we're going to be done with the frame, so that's good. We can go ahead and next episode start to work on, you know, getting this thing finished. Or getting the second floor started, so that'll be fun. Death to the birch trees, you know. Death to the Ender Dragon. Well, guys, man, we're done. Frame. Tree farm should look good, I hope. Uh-oh. Did I? No, I hit the right spot right on. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, let's go ahead and see what it looks like in here, and then we'll go ahead and end it off here. That looks really nice. Just imagine when it has the birch top, and then the... I don't know what I'm going to put on the top of the ceiling. Maybe oak wood or something. But anyway, guys, I'm Tyler with episode 33, I want to say, of Minecraft. Yeah, because I've recorded 2 so far. I have a lot of them done by the end of the day, let's put it that way. Well, guys, episode 33 of Minecraft, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.